Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yes, welcome to Women in the Mic on Yale Radiocast.com. I'm your girl, Kay Chantel, and I have my wonderful, beautiful co-host here, Miss Spicy. How is you doing today?
What's up? What's up? I'm good. I'm good. How are y'all doing today on this hot, cold, don't bipolar ass weather out here in Georgia? So, how y'all doing? How you doing today in this bipolar ass weather, Tiki?
I'm hot. I'm about ready to turn a fan on or something. I'm asking my daughter, open up the window, Yeah, I'm hot.
It's hot.
I turned the air on.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot.
It's bipolar. It's bipolar. It acting just like a man, one of them Geminis.
Right, that part.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got.
Oh,
Lord. You should have known that was going to happen.
Well, I can't help it if they, emotional thugs. I mean, it is.
Oh, Lord.
He got, no, stop cutting out.
All right, guys. We starting off having fun, teeing off our male Yale Radiocast himself. We having the ball, about to tee him off a good time tonight. Go ahead, Kay Chantel. What are we gonna talk about this evening?
Well, we have two awesome things going on today. In a little bit, we're gonna have a special guest, Miss LYSA, the Lady of Soul down here in the South. She's going to grace us with her presence. And in the meantime, in between time, and even after the time, the topic of the day is anxiety, breaking the curse of anxiety. So that's what we're going to be speaking about today. And anxiety and depression, they go hand in hand. They work like this. They pile on top of each other until they beat you into the ground. That's basically what they do. So, Spicy, let's let you go ahead and start this off. Have you ever experienced anxiety or depression, or both of them?
Every night, I have anxiety, panic attacks every night. It's just happens. Every night, I'm up like a crackhead. 2:00 in the morning, just up. It's just something it's like an overthinker. Your mind is constantly going. You can't shut down, and you don't understand why. No matter what you try to do, you're on 1001 all the time. So we trying to figure out, how we can break this, because I'm really tired of it. I'm annoyed over it. I be looking for that. I be looking for that bitch sleep. She don't never come. She be in the club, especially on Tuesday at Burn. She be in there like this.
You guys insomnia.
I be at home at like this, talking about where she at Burn. So yeah. So
Miss Tiki, tell us about if you've had a bout with anxiety and depression.
Depression, yes. I battle with depression.
You battle with it currently?
Yes, actually, because I had death in the family, my grandma. So yes, it took me a minute to get out of it. And I'm still battling with it, because death is just something I hate dealing with per se. So yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say. She's saying. I can't say I have not ever been diagnosed with depression or anxiety. What's wrong with that hair? Oh, it's depressed.
Yeah, it's depressed. Y'all can tell me my hair was depressed. It was just picking up like this in one spot. It was just up. But go ahead. Y'all can tell me my hair was depressed.
I just did, and you give it, and you gave it. Yeah, just give it a pick me up, and it'll be okay. Yes, I can't say that I've ever been diagnosed with it. Now, have I ever experienced the symptoms of it? Sure. We all have experienced symptoms. Sometimes they're strong, sometimes they're not. Yeah, I have, especially since I've lost my mother a few years back, and that was my road dog. You know, my ace boom coon, my buy a black dress for your mama, road dog. Yeah, y'all don't need to know nothing about that. I'm gonna leave that in the past. But
That part. Yeah.
so yeah, it definitely gets you down. You have bouts with it where you're tired, very fatigued. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to go anywhere. Your friends can call you up and they can be in the best mood ever, and you're still very somber, very down, melatonin. So yes, I have. I think our producer, you know, he battling with it right now. That's why he keeps knocking Spicy up off.
So you trying to say?
Yeah, you know, we're gonna have to do a GoFundMe account so he can get whatever medication he may need.
Just saying what you were just speaking on. You know, my sister just passed a couple of weeks ago, my baby sister, and I understand what you mean when you say going through the depression, the no, we're not gonna cry. Going through the symptoms of being depressed, falling down in that hole, not understanding, because when death hits you, especially when you're not expecting it, man, bruh, it's like somebody just ripped in and your heart goes completely numb and your soul just comes to a complete, it just halts. And that's like the worst feeling in the world. I thought losing people in my other sister, man, it's just when you losing your sisters back, it's a feeling. I haven't, you know, my thing is, how do you pull yourself out of having depression and anxiety? How do you maneuver around this? How do you come back from it? Because people can put on a smile all day and not be happy.
Well, they say there are things that you can do. I don't think you ever completely rid yourself of it. There's just tactics they say that you can use to alleviate some of the symptoms. But you won't, I mean, you could, I ain't gonna say you won't, you know, if you believe in a higher power, you can always be completely healed from it. But there's no man-made drugs that will completely alleviate you from anxiety and depression, especially when it comes to death. I mean, that person will never come back. It ain't like they pissed you off, broke your heart, and then went away. They can come back. You don't come back from death. You know, the next time I'm gonna see you is, well, I might not see you. You know, it depends on where you go and where you at. But that's a whole nother topic for another show.
It's just, I mean, like, all right, Tiki, let me ask you, how did you deal with your depression, your anxiety? How do you deal with it?
Drink, go out like several times. I would be out with y'all. I'd be depressed as hell, but that's for me to get out the house. I want to be in my head because that's another thing. Like you said, be a million one things and your brain just running rapid. So I would just go hang out and drink, dance, per se. That.
So drinking doesn't add to your depression, anxiety?
Mm-mm. Not at all.
Ooh, I'm not a good drinker. I was depressed and started drinking. I started thinking about what somebody said to me and what they did. And then I'd be like, I got a problem with you. And you'd be like, but we've been hanging for 10 years. What's your problem? And then you stole my cookies and milk and tent in the 3rd grade. That my brain
way back.
Yeah, my brain. I go to when I'm depressed, and I start drinking, I'm a whole different person because now when they say you're not supposed to do it when you're drunk, everything I'm truly feeling about you is gonna come up. I might have a problem with you, but it's not really a problem. How do you just say it? I might have an issue with you, not a problem. And I just deal with it. When I'm depressed and I'm drinking, I'm gonna tell you all that and some. You might not talk to me in the morning, but I'm gonna tell you all that and some. But yeah, it's just people deal with everything differently. Some people eat like crazy. You know, some people go eat.
Oh, I like to eat.
Yeah. Me too. Some people sleep. Some people sleep all day. It can be me. It can be 99.9 degrees outside, and I'm just laying in the bed. Spicy, come on, let's go out. I'm gonna give you 1,001 reasons why I'm not coming, instead of giving you one why I should pick my ass up and come on just to get out the house. I'm gonna be like, girl, that sun. That I walked outside and the heat slapped the shit out of me. I came back in the air. I'm gonna come up with reasons not to walk. I'm serious. Or I'm be like, oh, no, that's too far to be driving. I drive far all day, every day. I jump in the car and haul ass. So me driving is not an issue. But when I'm in that moment or in that zone, y'all can cut that out. I ain't going nowhere. And that's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, Chantel, how did you bounce back from your depression?
You know what? I keep myself busy. So I always had something to do. Right after my mother passed, I was on go mode. So I was getting the funeral ready. I'm the only child for her. So I'm getting the funeral ready. I'm dealing with family members. I am doing all that I can do. So I don't have a chance to sit there and think about it. And then right after that ended, then it was time for me to get ready to move. I moved. My mother died in July, and by November, I was in Georgia. So I was on the move, packing boxes and ordering trucks and figuring out where I was going to stay, researching Georgia. I was doing all kinds of stuff. So I kept myself busy. And still to this day, I keep myself busy. And I do find, though, when I have too much, or I don't have any more. When I had too much lay down time, I would think about it. And it would put me in a very somber mood. So that's what I do. I keep myself busy. I use it to motivate me to keep moving, to do something else, to get things together.
That should be a question. Is that healthy for us, though? Because it seems like all three of us find other avenues to cope. But is the way that we are coping, is it good for us? Like, real talk, should we even deal like that? I mean, what is the medical way besides taking drugs and passing out? What is another way, a positive way, I say, to handle this? I say, for instance, talking about it is good. I think talking about it is good.
It just depends on who you talk to too, because everybody don't get it. And you know, you got them people that say shit like, just shut the fuck up. It was no point. It just makes you even more like, dang, why? Because you got some people that just don't understand. It's like they think it's something you can just brush off. No, if that was the case, I wouldn't be in this situation. So it's like, if you don't know anything about it, just please shut the fuck up, because you make me just want to, So I guess it just depends on who, a good listener.
That's definitely very important, because the last thing you need is to talk to someone who feel like they got their whole life in order and you just trying to vent. And the next thing you know, they telling you how stupid you are for feeling that way. You just need to get over it. All of us got issues, the standard sentences. Just because, and that's normally when people do that, it's because they don't know how to handle you. They don't know. They don't have that emotional strength to be able to be that shoulder for you to cry on and to talk to. Now, I'm going to say, my issue is I really don't talk to people. Why? Because most of the people that I had deep in my life that would be close enough for that, they battle with depression for real, for real. Like, I go to a therapist and I talk to them, and anything that happens would bring that on to them. So the last thing I'm going to do is put my problems off on somebody that can't even handle theirs. So I'm labeled as the strong friend out of everyone, and they don't realize that the strong one is one that they suffer too. We got our issues too.
I think I'd rather handle everybody else's problems but mine. I can handle y'all problems easier than me handling my problems. It's easy for you to call me and say, "Hey, I'm going through this, and this," and I can be like, "Okay, let's figure it out." I need help with this. Okay, let's figure it out. I'd rather someone call me and have an issue that I have to get up and figure out than me to sit here and deal with whatever the hell I got going on when I know in that moment I can't figure it out. I know that's purple in the background behind you, Keisha, tell, but I can't tell you what kind of purple it is. That's the kind you'll be like, it's purple. No, but what? Yeah, there's some things you just. I mean, it's hard for a lot of people to understand when somebody falling into a depression, because a lot of people think you can, as you said, you can get in and get out. A lot of times when people go into a state of depression, only way I can tell you is a straight
Yale
fall.
Radiocast said, is it gray or silver? I'm dead.
Gray and silver is the same damn color. Okay, I'm back. Woo! But yeah, that's a whole argument. We're gonna have a lot of people on here. We're gonna have that debate on here. Gray, what's the difference between gray and silver? It's the same color. Go ahead. Who come over here and say something different? If I show you a coin, it's the same damn color, gray or silver. All depends on who's telling you what it is. It made me sick. Damn it. But a lot of people, as I was saying, a lot of people don't understand that when you're in depression, it's like a fall. It's like somebody pushing you off a damn roof, and you don't have nothing to grab a hold to. It's just a straight fall. It's either you gonna hit the bottom and then climb your way back out of it, or hopefully somebody God threw you something to grab a hold to, and then you can grab it and stop yourself from falling and pick yourself back up. That's the only way. And Brittany Bloom got that song "Breathe." That song speaks so much volume if people listen to it. If you listen to that song and you didn't went through depression, or you're going through depression, that song right there is like the beast. I can't. Wow, crazy, huh?
That's true. Now, do you know anxiety is one of the most common health conditions that people face and Black people, especially Black people. But we fear getting treatment because of the stigma. Everybody feels, oh, well, you going to get treatment? Oh, something, you crazy.
Yeah.
You going to get treatment for that? You talking to somebody for that? You laying on somebody's couch for that? Come on now. It ain't even that crucial. It's not even that serious. And so we fail to get treatment, or I understand some people don't want to get treatment, but if it's that bad, if it's gotten you to thinking about killing yourself, if it's gotten to the point where you're losing friends, losing family members, you're losing your job, means you're losing money, then you do need to seek help. You need to get somebody to talk to. You need to lay on somebody's couch and have a powwow session. Okay. Black Americans face several additional risk factors for anxiety, including racial trauma, Those risk factors include exposure to racism and racist abuse, the effects of racism, such as fewer opportunities, less safe communities, higher rates of trauma, including sexual assault and police violence. Symptoms. So, if you don't know what the symptoms of them, anxiety can manifest in many different ways and in several related diagnoses. They include obsessive compulsive disorder, which is OCD, post-trauma stress disorder, phobias. Well, I gotta see a spider. And the common symptoms include physical anxiety, your heart racing, tension in your chest, or butterflies in the stomach, the feeling of being anxious or afraid, irritable, engaging in compulsions such as washing your hands. Some people go out and spend a whole bunch of money. They do all of this to ease your anxiety. Avoiding people and places, experiencing intrusive nightmares and memories or flashbacks, having trouble concentrating because of distracting anxiety, and having specific fears or phobias. Developing anxiety and tension-related ailments such as tension headaches or chronic muscle pain. I get tension headaches. Ooh.
I have all that. But I don't spend no money. I don't spend no money because I'm cheap as hell, but yeah. All that extra, yeah. Yeah. All that, yeah. Yeah. Ooh. I get excited when I see gumbo. You know, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But yes, anxieties can definitely lead into other issues as well. I have a best friend who suffers from both depression and anxiety, clinically diagnosed with this. And her anxiety and her depression has gotten so bad, especially her anxiety has gotten so bad that now she fears going outside.
Wow.
She fears going out in the public. And then when the pandemic hit, oh, it just magnified, intensified times 10. Now she's afraid to go outside. She doesn't really want her child to go outside. You know, she fears her husband still works, so he comes home from being out there amongst the people. And it's a real deal. It's a real thing. And it affects how you feel about yourself. It affects how you see yourself in the mirror.
Right.
Because you know it's wrong. You know it, but you can't do anything about it.
So we're going to say anxiety stems from life.
That's a good one. It's normally trauma. Some trauma you went through. Sexual assault. You went through that. Spousal abuse. Parental abuse. Death. Unexpectedly, especially if you saw it firsthand. Yeah.
Losing money like crazy. You know you had it in your account, and then when you went and checked it today, it's real low, and you have a panic. But I know I'm missing $1,200, and you know you cheap, and you didn't spend it, but it's gone. You know.
That's why folks jump off the buildings. You know, they get to jump out the windows and stuff when they lose the money.
I might jump off the porch. I'm not jumping out no window, but I got two steps over there. So that's just.
You might jump off the porch. The porch might see you.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off the porch, but so. Go ahead. I can't see.
One of the symptoms is getting your colors mixed up. From Tyrone. Wow.
You know what? Ladies, it's gray and silver, the same damn colors.
They are not going to let you live that down ever.
I don't care. I'm gonna stick to it. Silver and gray is the same thing to me. So I'm gonna say, y'all, it's the same. How about that? I'm not saying y'all.
We also, you know what? How about this? We're gonna fix that right now. Let's go ahead and put this fight to rest.
You about to pull it up.
You know I am. You know it's silver and gray.
Okay, we about to jump off the subject. Let me explain something to y'all. Don't. Okay. All right. I was asked to go get some paint So I decided to go. I was told, hey, go get a silverish colored paint. I go to the paint shop, Home Depot. I said, hey, I need a silver. She sent me straight to the gray department. It's all kinds of grays. It says gray is silver, gray tint silver. Oh, so gray and silver is the same damn color. I get back, and Yale Radiocast and TR 101 decides to tell me that gray and silver is not the same color. But Home Depot say it is.
Well, according to Google,
yeah,
to most, silver and gray are very similar, and rightfully so, as they both share a similar tone. Gray is a flat color, and silver often has reflective property to it. To simplify it, gray is a mixture of black and white, and silver is a mixture of black and white with a pearly or metallic tint to it.
So it's the same damn color.
It's shiny.
It's just shiny. What the hell? If you pick up a dime and ask the old person what color is that, they don't say silver. And if you sell that same coin to a kid, what is that? It's gray. It's gray and silver. Yeah, whatever. I proved my point. I won. Anyway, go ahead and bring us to a commercial break while I won my point. Thank you, K. Chantel. Like the power.
All right, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and take a break and pay some bills. When we come back, we have Miss Lisa in the building. She's ready to tell us all about her life. Talk to us about anxiety and depression, and to play a little bit of her music for us so we can get down with the get down. Make sure you pay your bills as we pay ours. Make sure you pay that cable bill, because when you come back, we need you to have that cable going. Okay? We'll be back.
This is Dylan Yale, the program director of Yale Entertainment and Yale Radiocast. If you feel like you're the person to talk about politics, sports, entertainment, and more, Yale Radiocast is giving opportunities to those who are interested in a career in podcasting. We are now being heard by over 20 streaming platforms, including iHeartRadio, Pandora Music, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, and more. Let Yale Radiocast be the brand that delivers your voice to the world. Contact us at YaleRadiocast.com or email us at YALEENT1@gmail.com. The Yale brand is the gold standard, and this is Yale Radiocast. Get the business. Hey, this is your boy Mark L. coming at you live and direct from Yale Radiocast. Check us out 2 to 4 every Saturday for the Male Review. The Male Review is a show where you get a perspective of how men think. We may have some special guests in the studio, maybe a woman here and there. You never quite know what will happen with the Male Review, but do know you will definitely be hearing from a masculine man standpoint about how we feel about things that are happening in and about our society. Be sure you tune in 2 to 4 every Saturday. Call in and listen to us here on YaleRadiocast.com. Yale Radiocast, now on Pandora Radio.
So the moment we all have been waiting for, Miss Beautiful Lisa, like I said, she is in the building. Come on and bring us through. Come on. Come on in, Miss Lisa. Look at her. I want to look at you. How you doing?
I apologize for my tardiness. I forgot the hour difference. You know, she gave me a call and says, you know, it's going to be an hour. I'm like, okay, why is she calling me so early? And I'm sitting at my desk working. Then I'm going to go take me a long hot bath and drink me some wine so I can breathe again. And Lord Jesus, and if y'all would have seen me a little while ago, it wasn't purty, as the old folks say.
But you is fabulous so right now, mommy.
Tell you something.
Look at her.
Look, magic does exist in Louisiana. That black magic, baby.
Right there, right there.
For all the men, stray away and be scared with me talking that stuff.
Well, look, I'm not too far away. I need to come over and learn some of this black magic, because, baby, you snatched.
You fierce, Mom. You fierce.
Let me stop. So,
all right, welcome, Miss Lisa, to Women in the Mic, man. We are so thankful that you took time out of your busy schedule to come on to our show with Yale Radiocast and, you know, just have some fun with us. And why don't you tell us a little bit about you, Miss Lisa?
I think the first and foremost, hold on, I'm trying to fix my stuff. I apologize. Been working here all day. I would say first and foremost, being a woman of God is the most important thing that you can ever be. And that does not stop you from having fun. That doesn't stop you from enjoying your life, because in everything there's a balance, right? So that's the first thing I want you to know, that I am, oops, my phone is slipping. Let me put it back over here. I am truly a woman of God, and I'm loving life and living life to the fullest. But that didn't happen over time. That took some time. You know, I was born and raised in Omaha, Nebraska, which that sounds strange, but yes, I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. I was born in Des Moines, Iowa, and, you know, it's been a journey. I now live in Lafayette, Louisiana, and everything has been a journey. And one thing I've learned in the last few years is everything was necessary to become the person that I am. Everything was necessary, and that's deep. If you can grab hold of that, then you can celebrate, as my song Love and Life says, I've learned to find happiness in every situation. You see, I've had my share of heartaches and pain. As you can see, I'm still standing here strong. And that's powerful, even for all of us as ladies, the things that we've been through. So when I look back over my journey, I actually celebrate everything within it, because it's made me the woman that I am. So, and the other thing is, I'm so blessed that you guys even want to spend time and talk to me this afternoon. It's always a blessing when somebody wants to visit with you. And I definitely celebrate your radio station, what you guys are doing. First of all, what caught me is the flyer you did. The flyer was top notch. Like, whoever did the
flyer. Oh my God, please don't buck his head up. Right now, he's over there with you ear to ear. He's smiling right now. He's cheesing.
You gotta understand, you know, I've been singing all my life, but I've been in the performing business for about the last 10 years. And it's all about a flyer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about a flyer. And that's the thing that people see. And such quality. Oh my God, the colors were vibrant. I'm like, dog, you know, loved it. Hands down, matter of fact, I may have to enlist you to do some of my flyers and covers for some of my new singles. So I'll definitely be yes, definitely want to love.
Miss Lisa, I didn't get to that part to tell him all that yet, because I didn't want his head to get swollen.
I think it's already, look.
Lord have mercy. She don't even understand what we dealing with.
I mean,
oh Lord.
No better. And then you know, my girl Ice Doll was on here last week. So when I see those lips, that reminded me of her with the lips.
Okay.
The ice candy and all of that. So that's what made me think about that. So, but a little bit more about me. Let's see. I have 2 children, Marcus and Sierra. They're 20. My son is 28. My daughter's 23. And I'm not a person that shies away from it. So yes, I'm 55 years old. And the reason why I'm excited about my age, because I'm still extremely healthy. I still work out. I don't have high blood pressure. I'm not on any medication. And that's because God has a second life for me to live. I lived my first life raising my children, getting my career off the ground because I also have a solid job within corporate America. And so now God has allowed me in my 40s and on up to be able to live in my musical career. And so I'm truly, truly blessed. One of my idols, my main idols growing up was Whitney Houston. And I remember when she passed away, God said to me as I'm sitting on my couch, he says, that's my baby. She's a child of God. That's why her voice was so angelic. And then he said, but I know you wanted to be a star just like her when you was a little girl. But I knew that the world was going to tear you apart because that's what the world does. All of these artists that, die at such a young age, Prince, Michael Jackson, Luther, and the world is constantly judging you, who you are, what you look like, how's your hair. And that beats on a human being. We talk about anxiety, that's a part of it. And so God said to me, he says, I spared you. I allowed you to live a normal life. You were able to raise your children. You were able to go to church, go to work. And now you're going to get a little taste of what it feels like to be on stage and entertain thousands. And so that's where I am now. And my journey in my life has been very interesting. I'm very excited about it. I also have 4 grandchildren. So I'm just living the life of an angel that fell from heaven, basically. That's how I feel.
That's what's up. Tell us a little bit about your song. You tell us about your song. You're promoting your song and everything. This is like one of your major babies that you really gravitate to. This is I poured everything into this song. Tell us a little bit about, your song Living Life.
So here's the thing about Loving Life. On the CD, it's called Queen with a Woman's Touch. And the Queen song is out. It is amazing. It's like a remix of an old style emotion song. And as soon as you're going to love it, right?
Okay.
But Woman's Touch is hot too. It's kind of like an old kind of feel of Betty Wright. So, but the Loving Life song at the end, when we finished producing my CD, my producer said, hey, Lisa, let's give you a feel-good song. I said, perfect, let's do that. And so that song, Loving Life, was never, meant to be the hit. Like, we didn't even think it was going to blow up like that. But the one thing I do know, that the word of God, when it's time for it to get out, it's going to get out. So there's a DJ here who, after we finish this production, I'm going to go visit him and give him a t-shirt, because he was the one that played it in a club here in Lafayette. And from there, it just took legs and just took off. Now, the song has all of my pain in it. Like, when I think about the beginning of it, it says, you see, I've had my share of heartaches and pain. As you can see, I'm still standing strong. And when I think about that, I think about the 3 Hebrew boys. When you talk about in the Bible, they've been through everything, but they still standing strong. And then I also believe that my glass is half full in my life. In other words, whatever happens to me, whether I total my car or whatever happens, it could have been worse. And so when you live like that, then you always know that it could have been, and you're better off than what you think you could have been. So that's where that part of the song, but the song says, now I'm loving life and I'm feeling good about myself. And at that point in my life, when I wrote that song, I think I was probably, about 6 years ago. I finally only allowed God to validate me, only God, and a few other people. If it was my boss and he signed my paycheck, or if it was a man that I loved, or maybe one other friend or two that I call a mentor, I would allow them to either say, Lisa, you need to change that, or Lisa, you might want to do that. But other than that, I really didn't care anymore, because at the end of the day, only God can get me in heaven and out of heaven. And it's all based on my actions. And so that's why the song, and when the song came out, like, I was in the studio when we produced it. I went in the studio at 9:00 at night, and I didn't get out until 4:00 the next morning. And I had to get up to go to work, and I was at work at 8:00. But on my way to work, I listened to the song, and it brought tears to my eyes. And I figured if that song could touch me, I never really thought of it like that. I just let it sit on the CD. And now, you guys, it is blowing up everywhere I go. Every show that I perform, somebody runs up to me and tells me how the song helped them through a broken marriage, domestic abuse, how it got them through cancer, how it got them through prison. If you go on YouTube and you can just read all of the comments, there's like thousands of comments of what the song has done for them. But one thing that is kind of funny, I want to make note, in February of this year, God used a little girl to push the song even further. So I don't know if you've seen it, but she's out there dancing and twirling like she's 25 years old. She's only 5. And she caught the eye of the world. And so in a week, the song was watched 2.9 million times on DJ Trucker, which is one of the top Southern soul DJs around. It was on his site, and on his site, it got 2.9 million. It's probably at 3 million views right now, just because dancing. And then from that, they went over to my page and viewed it. So it's my number one song. It never meant to be, but it's my number one song right now. And so it's exciting.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Mr. Smiles over there, our producer. Can we go ahead and drop that song? And let us check it out and see
what it looks like. Come on.
What it sounds like. Hey, we want to see what it look like and what it sounds like.
Oh, I'm loving life. That's gonna be.
You gotta ask her. She already did it.
Oh,
you know, life will sure take you through ups and downs, but you have to take the bitter with the sweet. You see, I've had my share of heartaches and pain, but I'm blessed to say that I'm still standing here strong. I've learned to find a lesson and happiness in every situation. My mama always told me, everything that looks good to you is not always good for you. Now, one more thing. Before you try to love someone, make sure you love yourself. I sure love me some me. And I'm loving life. Now I'm loving life. And I'm feeling good about myself. In control of my whole world. And I learned just how to love myself. And now I'm loving life. And I feel so good about myself. All my tears have turned to joy. I've learned how to protect my heart. 'Cause I'm so happy. Now I'm living my life. Look at me now. I made it through my ups and downs. Turned all my frowns into a smile, yeah. No more rainy days, it's all sunshine. And now I'm living my life to the fullest. Listen, I know exactly what I'm worth. Validated by the man above. Yeah. 'Cause there's nothing like his endless love. And now I'm loving life. I'm living, baby. And I'm feeling good about myself. Oh, yes, it feels real good. I tell you. In control of my whole world. I'm in control now. And I learned just how to love myself. Now I'm loving life. I'm feeling good about myself. I feel so good about myself. I'm loving me. I got no more tears. Turn to joy. You see the smile up on my face. To protect my heart. 'Cause I'm so happy. Now I'm living my life. See, I appreciate me. I ain't perfect, but love me in spite of my flaws. What you see is what you get. I love me from where I came from. And the best of my life have just begun. And now I'm living life like a queen should. Royalty is what I deserve. I can live like I want, afford what I want, drive any car, the clothes that I want, living life abundantly. And now I'm loving life. on myself. No matter how many times you fall, you have to get up, dust yourself off. There's nothing wrong with a fresh start and a new beginning. So do Lisa a favor. Keep God first in your life and learn to love yourself just as He loves you. Ooh, come on. Shown up. Now I'm loving life. Oh yeah. Loving life, yeah. And it feels real good. Now I'm loving life. It's sweet Lisa, yeah. Woo. Now I'm loving life.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Ladies,
That's nice.
ladies, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Tiki and K-Chantel. Did you or did you not see her stand on that rock?
Yes, I was just about to say that. Oh my goodness.
You right. You took it right. I say that is. I know
Wow.
the heels. I know them heels right there. They about 6 inches, 8
Yeah.
inches.
In that
Them
yellow
right
fit.
They exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
She said she 55. What? 55 where? I'm like body.
Uh-huh.
Miss Lisa, you did
Walker
that.
Stylist.
Yeah, she
Miss
did
Walker
that.
Stylist said she saw the video with the little girl and she shared it with all her friends.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was
Mhm.
amazing. She was and you guys, I've had a chance to meet her. Her name is JC, and I said she's 3, smartest little girl. I bought her karaoke machine, not because that was way before it was at 3 million. I just think children should be celebrated, right? And I saw talent in her. And if I ever do a show that's child, safety where children can be there, then I apologize. My daughter has a dog. Then I'm going to bring her on stage, and I think everybody's going to see her. So I want to celebrate her as much as I can.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna flex that song was hot. I'm like, okay. Now, as much as I watched that video, it didn't dawn on me, ladies, until I just seen her in them heels, and I was like,
yeah. But see, that's what I normally wear. Now, here's the bad thing: Corona messed me up because I hadn't had heels on for almost a year. Oh my goodness! Now it's different. It's like, especially some of the floors, but most of my heels are 6 inch. I'm 5 feet and a half, so I can get away with that. But it's like a couple of these floors have been a little slick in my last performances, so I've had to think twice a little bit. So yeah.
okay.
That would have been me sliding on them rocks, blowing away.
If y'all can see my toes in them shoes, boy, I don't know why, but I was gripping. Not like I was making a difference. And I was standing there. I did, and as long as when I was doing when I was doing this part, it looked like I was concentrating, but I had a firm grip. I did. Yeah.
Them toes.
That was part of the video.
I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you, Yale Radiocast. And we are not doing this.
You know what I did?
We're not at all. Mm-mm. In control of my whole world. Yes, Queen Lisa. That's
And that makes a whole difference, guys, because I really want people, if you only let God validate you. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm a woman of God, but I'm not no holy roly, because I got that song. I got that sweet, sweet, sweet nookie loving.
We got that one playing next. We got that one. We got that one. We got that one too.
Baby. See, I got that too. You understand? That's what your mouth say, but your ass doing something else. See, you know what I tell them? I tell them the preacher's wife better have sweet nookie for the pastor. Right? When I left church, I couldn't do sweet nookie no more.
I'm going to sleep.
Black Jesus approved.
Listen. I told them God created it. Y'all perverted it. Hey, my doctor told me if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. trying to find the right one to use it with lately, because these brothers been clowning. Not like they all bad. Now I ain't saying that. I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. But your ass doing something.
And I heard that one today.
Yeah, that's it right there. That was
Come on, sweet Milky.
Sweet Lisa. Ooh, so sweet. I got your sweet looking loving, and I give it all to you, ooh, baby. I got your sweet looking loving, and I give it all to you, baby. I know why you keep on calling me, 'cause I got that note that always puts you down to sleep. And the things you do always gets the best of me. Just keep on loving like you do, and I will always be your bedroom toy, your superwoman boy, your freak in the sheets, but a lady in the streets. Every day I'll give it to you right, morning, noon, and night. More than your weekend love, we don't have to keep it undercut. I got your sweet looking loving, and I give it all to you, ooh, baby. I got your sweet looking loving, and I give it all to you, baby. No one can love you like I do. I know where to touch to light that fire inside of you. And I love it when you moan my name. Oh boy, as I rub you down, kiss you on, ooh, like you want me to. I'm your superwoman boy. I'll be your freak in the sheets, but a lady in the streets. Every day I'll give it to you, morning, noon, and night. I'm more than a secret love. I know it's good to you, and I give it all to you, ooh, baby. I got your sweet. It's just so good to me, and I give it all to you, ooh, baby. Oh, my baby. Oh, baby. Is it good to you? Tell me. Tell me how sweet it is to you. Oh, there's just something about the way that you touch me. It just makes my body have to release. I got your sweet looking loving, and I give it all to you, baby. I got what you need. Sweet looking loving, and I'll give it all to you, baby. If you want it every night, sweet looking loving, you can have it. I give it all to you, baby. If you want it in the morning time, sweet looking loving, I'll give it. I give it all to you, baby. I got your sweet looking loving, and I give it all to you, baby. I got your sweet looking loving, and I give it all to you, baby.
Yeah. I need to. Oh, never mind.
She said, I know why you keep calling me.
Listen,
Y'all, come on in here. She said, this is what she said. I want to say the same thing.
ain't true. So the fellas that are watching, you know how I know? They say what you put in the body is what you get out the body. I eat enough sweets for it to be sweet.
Oh.
All right.
I'm about to go to
That's for the fellas. I'm not a drinker. It'll probably take me a whole week to drink this. That's another thing I probably say, y'all. Like in that video, that glass of wine. If you notice, it never moved. and look, you guys, we shot that video at my house. We did the patio, so we did it by the pool and everything. And that was my first video that we ever did, and I was blessed. These gentlemen that helped me do the video, Tweety, and I forgot the other gentleman's name, but Tweety actually has done movies with Denzel Washington, so that's why the quality was amazing. You know,
he did awesome.
So
he did an awesome job. Now we about to get a little bit personal with you right now. You were singing into that camera like you had somebody that you was waiting to get off that camera for to get that sweet nookie to, because you kept every now and then you see that eyebrow go like you know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking to. Go back and check out there. Every now and then that eyebrow go up and she'll give a look like he's standing right there. So
now check this out. Now in my show for 5 years, I sang about this brother. He know who he is.
See?
Listen, I met this brother when I forgot the age because I might have been 42, I don't know, maybe 43. I can't even remember. But y'all, that stuff was so good. Like we would go for hours. Matter of fact, he taught me some things. Okay. That stuff was so good that one time we had started at 12, it might have been about 2. And you know how you be in church and you take a bathroom break? I put one up in the air to get out the bed, y'all literally fell. And I'm looking over the bed, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So I do some old school. I start out with Tonight is the Night. No, I start out with Tonight is the Night. I love Betty Wright, y'all. I love Betty Wright. And then I'll go to Clean Up Woman, man. I can sing the hell out of the Clean Up Woman. And Tonight is the Night. So I'll do them too. And then I'll go to Woman to Woman. I'm going to talk all this shit on Woman to Woman. I'm going to talk, I'll break it down and say, hello, Chiquita. You see, I woke up this morning and noticed that you've been sexting and texting my man. You see, from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet, this is the only nookie that he eats. I said, Chiquita, I could care less. If you come out of control or play real cool or come out of the bag, because I can really, and unlike Shirley Brown, I ain't bought that brother nothing, but let me tell you something. So I talk all that shit on that song, right? But then, because I'm a real woman, I'll tell the audience, no matter how much money you have, no matter how beautiful you are, you're going to be hurt in your lifetime. Y'all, that man, when he left me, I lost 20 pounds in 30 days. And I tell the audience, gained it back.
Oh!
You know what I told him? It must have jumped out of a bush and jumped back on me, damn it. Anyway, and then when I saw the brother about 2 or 3 years later, you know what he had never say to me? He said, you owe me $25 for that weight loss plan. Took all to beat his ass. Good thing about a singer, when you got that, I got that sweet, sweet, sweet nookie love and playing on the radio station, he called me because he remembered how sweet it was, right? But either way, we're still not together. But in my show, I sing that, and then I'll roll over to I'm Going Down, and then I'll go to Love and Life, because not only do we go down sometime, but guess what? I ain't gonna stay down. I'm the queen, baby. I'm the queen, baby. The queen of my world. You hear me?
Right.
I know who I am and whose I am, and I got this sweet nookie, so I ain't staying down.
All right. Okay. Tiki. You're very funny about music. What you think about that song? Because you're over there just cheesing left and right.
I was listening to the lyrics. I was like, oh, shoot. She said, I know why you keep calling me, because I was like, oh, shit. It's like, I give it to you every night. I'm like, every night? And then in the morning, okay. I like
that. Look, let me tell y'all something. the more you tell it, the better it is. You just can't get too raunchy. You know what I'm saying? You just can't come out and say, I got that sweet, sweet, sweet nookie, P-U-S. You know what I'm saying? You just got to put it and keep it right. So, yeah, no, you're right.
So what made you decide to stay in the soul? Because I don't want to compare you, but I was listening to all of your songs, just listening to a lot of your songs, and I called Kay and I said, Kay, she reminds me of Mary J. Blige. When you listen to her song, it's like all the ladies sitting down drinking a glass of wine, playing some spades.
Yeah.
And then your husband, your boyfriend, your man called, and you give him this look, and he hear the music in the background, and he don't know what the hell about to happen when he walk in the door.
Exactly.
Couple of your songs had me like, yeah. The couple of your songs had me like, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. That right there. You thought I forgot. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That one.
I remember.
No, I was thinking Stephanie Mills for some reason.
At times, I loved her. I love Stephanie. I grew up on Denise Williams, Stephanie Mills, a lot of Whitney. I used
Yes.
Oh, sing it, girl.
Yep. All of that. I Believe in You and Me. That was just my girl all the time. But when I moved down here, when you're in Rome, you got to do what the Romans do, right?
Okay.
So I was filling out what, if I were your woman,
That was a jam.
my man, you need no other woman. You be weak as a lamb. If I had the strength to walk out that door, my love would overrule my sins. But they didn't want that. So I called people up. I said, write me a Swing Out Southern Soul. So that's where I went into the Swing Out Southern Soul. Yeah. So that's what happened. I even got a song on my CD. I like the words to it. It has a Zydeco. I don't know if you guys know anything about Zydeco, but Zydeco.
Oh, we're from the South.
Okay. So I got a song called Grip It. And I really like this one because I'll say, fellas, if you want to ride, you got to know how to slide and let your body slide. Then get your groove on. So I'm going to tell you why I wrote that. Now listen, you know when that thing slide in and it be so good and you say, ooh.
Darling, like, ooh.
I ain't, she knew what I'm talking about, but then after that, but y'all got me up in this sweat drinking this wine. Look, this how you be. You be. So that's why I say, fellas, you got to know how to slide and let your body glide and get your groove on. Now grip it tight. After you get it, grip that thing tight. Let me stop. Let me stop. See, you got the right one, baby.
Baby, you are very straightforward. Just whatever comes up, comes out. You don't care about what nobody thinks or says, and I love it. That's a good thing. That's a jovial mood to be, especially, if you lost 20 pounds from a man who left you that you was giving that good nookie to, that means that you was going through some anxiety and some depression.
Come on, girl.
So tell us about this anxiety and this depression so I can lose 20 pounds.
The brother in July. It was July, I forgot what year. And I didn't go to work. I was feeling all bad. I'd get into the office. And I'm running, you guys. I'm in executive position. So I'm not just no normal. I'm helping run the corporation. I've, managed as much as 1,000 people. And I do it well. I'm very competitive. I'm great at what I do. I love to drive results, but I love making people great. But anyway, my boss says to me, either you're going to come to work and do your job without all of this crazy, right? Or take some time off. I said, okay, I'm going to do what everybody else do. I'm going to go see me a doctor, crazy doctor, for lack of better words. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that, but we joking. But I really mean, let me stop for a minute in case somebody's looking at that. I'm joking when I say that because I think mental health is something that we in the Black community need to deal with. It is extremely important. And the first thing you must know and be okay with where your mental health is at. And I am, because I have anxiety 20 going north. I'll be the first to tell you, I've had it for almost 30 years. So, but anyway, when that brother left me, I went to the doctor, and they were ready to admit me for clinical depression. A couple things happened. They said, now we're going to bring you in here, and you're going to have to stay, and then we're going to need you to take this medication, and you're going to lock the doors? Oh, no. I put my girl panties on. I was back at work. And wait, y'all, wait. I was going to have to pay them $2,300 to be in the hospital. So not only was they going to drug me up, lock me up, I was going to have to pay them to do that shit to me. Let me tell you something. That's when you know how strong you are. Because I was ready to bail out, but I got oh no. So I went back to work and I made it through. But it just made me stronger. And I thank God for my journey. There's nothing that I wouldn't change or do different, because it's the journey that makes LYSA. Just like when you think of your hardwood floors or anything that's wood, sometimes the more defects or the notches that are in the wood makes it beautiful. If a piece of wood didn't have any discolorations, it wouldn't be pretty. So the more of your battle scars and the things that you show, it lets people know that you've been through and you're beautiful. Regardless, you're beautiful. In spite of your flaws, you got to love yourself.
Okay.
So
it's a song that you have, Chantel, what's the name of it?
We talked about it earlier. Didn't it start? Was it Damage?
Drowning.
Oh, Drowning. Yes.
Drowning.
Yeah.
Mr. Williams, I wish you could find that song on there. It's called Drowning.
It's bad.
This caters to what you're talking about right now.
Exactly.
I was telling Kay Chantel, I heard that when you had sent it to me, and I was listening to it.
Yeah.
And I called Kay, and I was like, Kay, why she got me over here crying?
Yes, deep.
And Kay was like, well, I don't want to hear it if you crying. I was like, man, that song right there, now that right there is a beautiful. I mean, it's like men don't even understand the shit they put us through. And that song explains damn near everything that, I'm talking about y'all men, that while we are depressed and going through anxiety and a lot of this shit comes from y'all. So, but that song, I hope Mr. Yale Radiocast, he's the man to find that song and play it. But go ahead and tell us about it.
Let me tell you a couple of things about my whole CD. When you guys get a chance, I want you to look up a gentleman called Roy Anthony. He has a song out there called Gonna Do Me. He's worked with he got a lot of songs. That's just one I can think of. But he's his biggest artist that he worked with was Keith Sweat. So if you look at Keith Sweat's latest album, 8 out of the 13 were produced by him. The man is cold. So the reason why my songs are so great, because they're a collaboration between a woman and a man. Normally he'll write the first verse and I write the second verse. Out of the whole CD, it's half and half. There may be one or two songs that I wrote it entirely, but he'll come up with I'll just tell him, like I say, Roy, I want a song. I told him, I says, write me I'm Going Down song, because I was tired of singing somebody else's. I said, even though I've never performed this one live, I said, I want my own brokenhearted song. And so he wrote it, and he was right. What's going on? It's 2 a.m. in the morning. What's really going on? Then I came back with the second verse. And the song is just, oh my God, it's cold. I've had some men to tell me that that's their song, and it touched them when their heart was broken. So yeah, and at the end when it says, I gotta go, because sometimes I know what my issue is. I've been rejected so much in my life that even when I don't want the man, sometimes he rejects me. I want him because he rejected me. I don't know if that sounds weird, but it's weird that I don't like to be rejected, and I want to win in that. I got a guy right now that it's like, damn, I really didn't even like you, and I gave you the time of day, and you left me. So I'm still scratching my head over that, but I really didn't like him in the beginning, to be honest with you. But he left me. He walked around like, really? So I'm feeling rejected, but it's like I didn't want him. So I'm dealing with myself. And my girl Leandra Johnson, she got that song that said, God deliver me, because all I
Lord.
let me tell you, I'm delivered now. I was already through the process, but God didn't bring that song to my forefront. I listen to it every day now. So I'm ready to deliver me from my insecurities, from my being rejected, from what people have done to me that created post-traumatic stress in me. I'm done with it. Deliver me from that. So when I meet my Boaz, I'm not going to have that shit from the past. That's where I'm at. But
Okay.
I just arrived like last week. I ain't been there all this. I ain't been there. So
Okay, he got it for us. Check it out. I told you he the man for food. Go ahead
The
and
man with the plan.
go ahead and drop that for us right now.
Crying myself to sleep. Something's going wrong. Been trying to figure out what the hell is really going on. Seems I'm going out of my mind, drowning in my fears. Can't seem to get it together, 'cause you're the one who's causing these tears. That I move around and finally be done with this stress. I want more than all of this pain. It's time I start over again. I promise never again to never let you in. 'Cause you got me drowning, and it's weighing so heavy on me. Let you take another part of me. Boy, you got me drowning, suffocating, I just can't breathe. I'm saying enough is enough. Can't let you take another part of me. Every time that I gave in, you took something away. How could you say we're friends if all you do is cause me pain? 'Cause friends don't hurt each other like you've done to me. I guess you just were only my lover, just a temporary stress relief. I've wasted precious time giving you a little too much. Boy, you almost got the best of me. You don't deserve my love. No, no, no. I've learned my lesson. Sometimes it's good to be alone. And right now, I know I gotta move on. I move on. 'Cause you got me drowning, and it's weighing so heavy on me. Too much drama for me. Enough is enough. I got enough. Can't let you take another part of me. No, no, no. You got me drowning. I do better all by myself. Suffocating, I just can't breathe. Look, I need my space. I'm saying enough is enough. I got enough. Can't let you take another part of me. You got me drowning, sinking too low. I got to let go. I You can't stay here no more. This pain is too much. My heart's broken apart. This ain't good for me. I gotta
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Where it said,
Yes.
I gotta go. I can remember the reason why you feel it so much, because when I sang the song, I remember in the booth, and I did this in 2015, but you have to internalize some of the pain that I felt. I wasn't in no pain when I did that song, but I touched pain that I had because I can remember in those relationships, I need to go. And yeah, every time I gave to you, you took more. I mean, it was never enough. You know, was it just temporary pleasure? Man, that second verse, I really sat into it. And then Roy comes and plays that Prince chord that he plays. And then I tell him, I gotta go. And I've been there before. And I know that pain, my heart, and when I said my heart is just torn, broken apart, yeah. So all of that, I remember when I sang those lines, if it was yesterday or last night, I internalized some of the pain I had and put it out there. And that's what you have to do when you're in the studio. You turn the lights down, you internalize pain, and you put it down. Yeah.
Let me ask you something, Miss Lisa. How do you deal with your anxiety? How do you deal with depression? What advice would you give someone who's dealing with it and they can't shake it?
Okay, so let me talk about myself, because what I don't want to do, I think everybody's at a different level. I got to say this first. I've been knowing God since I was 3 years old, and I believe that that's what's helped me. And when I was in the 4th grade, I read in the Bible that taking your life was the one sin that God wouldn't forgive you of. And I'll you, that's what's kept me alive all of these years. Because, you know, I'm not going to tell you I never thought about it. I mean, I got a pool. I envisioned myself wouldn't, right? But I never really looked at so much depression, but just heart being broken and hurt. And I never said to myself I was depressed. They gave me that label. And I believe what you speak on yourself, you become. But what I do is what I do to get over it, I do other things, and I focus my mind on something else, and I try to help people in my pain. So I believe that if you try to reach out and do things when you're hurting, it helps you to get through it. Let me give you an analogy. If you've ever tutored somebody in school on a subject, when I was in college, I tutored some football players on statistics, and I was probably a C plus, B minus. When I finished tutoring them, I became a B plus. And so what I'm saying there, if I'm going to help people when they're in pain, then it makes me feel better. And next thing I know, I'm not in pain anymore. So I get busy. I find me stuff to do when I'm hurting. And I'm gonna be transparent here. I'm not desperate, but I'm tired of being alone. But I decided that was not going to bring me down. It's only because, yes, I'm picky. But then things just haven't lined up, and you just get tired of spending all those many lonely. I got a wedding song that says, many lonely nights I've waited, months of Mondays colored blue, not just a couple of weeks. I said months of Mondays colored blue. And that's a wedding song that I broke it. And I said, love found me. So I'm waiting on love to find me. But in the midst of that, some days I find myself down. I got everything I could ever want in this world. If I wanted to leave today and fly around the world, I could do that. When that song says, live what I want, buy what I want, I could do those things. But I'm still down sometimes, because the one thing that I want is love. That's why you hear it in my songs. But I believe when you find a purpose in life and a purpose for your pain, it makes it easier. And so for me, I put my pain in music and then help people. So when I'm out, I'm open, I'm transparent. That's why you say, yeah, I'm gonna say what I want. When I get ready, when I got over 50, I really said what I wanted to say. Because see, people, when they come in, think I'm like 40, 45, maybe 30, right? And I get to talking, and I ain't no telling what I'll say on stage. I look at the brother, oh, you think you can put it down like that? Don't see. They like, what? But I say, I promise you, when you ladies get 50, you gonna say what's on the hell. You figure you done lived a half a damn century. You ain't gonna shut up now. Why hold it? Say what you gotta say. So the big thing
Spicy.
is, here's the thing: find a purpose for your pain. That's it. Find a purpose for that pain. Let that pain fuel you to the next level. That's mine. So, and
I agree.
And I find a purpose because I believe that if I've done everything right and my heart has been pure all these years, then apparently this is the journey that God and also God too. God must want me down this journey. There are a lot of people that look towards me. There are a lot of people that look up to me, and there are a lot of people that depend on me. I know this. And sometimes I'll tell you, it's tough being me. You know, when I work in corporate America, when I ran a call center, there were people that either hated me, was jealous of me, despised me. But I promise you, when I get to heaven, God is going to say, you held those people accountable so that they can live productive lives. And I know there are a lot of people that are doing great in their lives because of the development that I gave them in my pain. Because this is what I believe. I will tell you everything I know to get you to my level in life and above. Because I believe, just like my forefathers killed and died so that I wouldn't have to deal with slavery, then the pain I deal with now should help the next person have an easier life. What I don't believe in is when you say, well, I did my time, I did it, they got to do it. No, just like my children. People think I spoil my children. My children, especially my daughter, because she's listening to me, my son, he's still spoiled because I didn't still spend a lot of money on them, period. They think that I spoil my children. I got the money to take care of my children the way I want to take care of them. And I mean, I take care of them, but I'm not going to go for broke for them. But what I believe, if I got it, why make them struggle? Let me tell you something. My daughter, 23 years old, getting ready to graduate. Now she want to go to medical school. She got a 750 credit score. She can go buy a house, get a full-time job. She's 23. I did that because I wanted her life to be easier than mine. But see, we got to do that more as Black people and not say, I ain't doing shit for him. I ain't even the money. He got to go through it. He needs to stand up and be a man. I get that. Another reason why I do for my son, because I want to keep him out of the hands of the police. My son is 6'1", probably 300 and I don't know, 80. He's huge. He's thick like me. You know, even though if I told you how much I weigh, look at my pics, you wouldn't think, because we are truly solid bone people. My son back is almost as wide as a normal door. He's huge, but he's just solid. So the police see him, oh yeah, they're gonna kill him. I already know. Every time he gets stopped, I'm running over there. He had a car accident, I ran over there. And guess what? I bought him a new car because he didn't have a job to get another one, and I didn't want him on the street doing nothing stupid so he get killed or go to jail. Whether I spend $3,000 on a little knucklehead car, or I'm spending $30,000 on a lawyer getting him out, because we as mothers, as much as we say we hard, I can't see my seed on the other side of that jail wall crying, talking about, mama, come get me. I can't take it. So really, I don't bail him out so much for him. It's really a lot for me. So it's worth my $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, whatever I spend right now. I bought my son a trailer, a $20,000 trailer, because he couldn't live with me. He got 4 children. I love my son. If you ever see it, he gonna kill me if you ever see this. But like I said, I tell it like it is. I love my son. But I was tired of these apartments. I really did. You know, in Lafayette, you know, Louise, they do a lot of trailers. I found him a trailer. Y'all, it's 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. You can't beat it. And I have a 5-bedroom house, 3 baths, 3 full baths, 1 half. And right now it's just me and my daughter. Normally it's just me. Anybody can live here with me, but you got to be clean. And some people don't want to pay the cost of cleanliness. I love a clean house. I just love it. So my children, especially my son, he wouldn't keep it clean. So I said, oh no, We're not dealing. But again, I do those things because I want police to take my son, because they gonna if they stop them for a light, they gonna get him. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. Listen, I'm not saying that all police are bad, because they're not. What I am saying, just like this chain on my neck, I like my little queen chain, right? If you take one link out of here, this chain becomes useless. That's why that cliche, you're only as strong as the weakest link, makes sense. If there's one leak chain on here that's broken, this chain I can't wear. That's the same with the police department. You could have 1 million police officers. All you need is 4, 5, 6, maybe even 100. The system's broke. That's where we are. The system is broke, and the things that they do. So I know police officers that are good. I've dated some that were nothing like, horrible. So that's why I take care of my son the way I do, and my daughter. But going back to your main question, you have to find a purpose for your pain and live a purposeful life. Because every time I find myself down, I figured this is a part of my journey, and this is where I'm supposed to be. And that's how.
Go ahead, Tiki. Something you want to say?
No, I like how she put that spin off. I'm gonna have to use that. But what about for the people that don't know their purpose?
So that one right there, I would tell them to truly seek medical help, because if you don't have a purpose, it will take you out. You got to have something that can pull you back. Now, I went to a shrink a couple of times, and the first thing he told me, he celebrated me. He says, man, all that you've been through, I celebrate you. But really, there wasn't nothing that he couldn't tell me about myself, because I am so in tune with me. Like, I'm a deep thinker, and I'm very in tune with me. So there wasn't much. The very first time I had an anxiety attack was when my father died. And it wasn't beyond his death, because I was prepared for it. And I was flying out of Seattle, because my father died in Seattle. So I was flying to Houston. And when I was flying to Houston, I woke up and my heart was racing. And so I went to the stewardess, because I don't know if y'all can tell, I'm a little bossy. So I said, excuse me, ma'am, I don't think the pilot is flying properly. Is he descending wrong or something? And so she says, no, ma'am, we're fine. So I tried to sit down. I couldn't. They gave me water. I poured it on me. I mean, because I just couldn't understand what was going on. I get to Houston. I'm fine. I fly home. I go to work the next day. I laugh about it. Then I flew again another time. And then it happened again so bad that I was flying from South Carolina, that I flew from South Carolina to Atlanta. I got off the plane, cashed in my ticket. They let me, because, I acted that crazy on the plane. So, refunded my ticket. And I rented a car and drove home like this. I was like, I don't know what the hell going on, but I'm holding on to the steering wheel. Straight ahead. 8 hours now, y'all. I drove from Atlanta to Lafayette by myself in a rental, one way, straight out. It cost me $200. I got back. I went to the doctor. I said, something must be wrong. I must have high blood pressure, sugar off, or something. I went to the doctor. They ran $800 worth of tests. Well, the damn thing wrong with me. She came in, she looked at me. She says, you don't look good. Why don't I give you some of these little blue pills? The little blue pills are for anxiety or whatever. And so over time, it became self-talk, because my job had given me a job where I had to fly around and train about 300 to 400 employees on diversity. And I love that training. So I had to get on the plane and rock myself just like this. And I would say, the devil's not going to steal my joy. And it was mental. Plus I had coaches. I would tell people to one, get help, but also find life coaches, because I had a friend. She would, every time I would get on the plane, I would call her and I would say, Pat, I don't think I could do it. And she would talk me through it. So you got to get some coaches and you got to get some help until you can handle it yourself. And when I started to fly again would work, because I always attributed the anxiety attack with flying. And over time, I figured out why. Anxiety is all tied to wanting to be in control. After you spend 40 years as a single Black woman fighting corporate America, right? fighting to take care of my children, and the fear of the things that could go wrong, then you want to be in control. And the moment you're not in control and all of that pressure, then your body wears out and you can't take it no more. And you get the heart palpitations. You find yourself having panic attacks when you get in your 30s and 40s as you get older, because my mother was having them and I didn't understand them. But I realized mine is all about control. When I get on an airplane, I feel funny and I can't get off when I want to. If I can't control the situation, I have anxiety. So that I'm a control freak.
Okay.
But control freak because I want to control your life. I want to control my life and everything in it.
Okay. I respect that. I understand.
We have to just kind of let go. Even though my song says I'm in control of my world, I don't even know if I want that anymore. Because that comes with pressure and expectations. So I'm gonna let some of that go.
Okay. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, we have Keisha, that's great. We just gonna something you want to say, Kay?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So you want to say Tiki?
She just nailed everything on that last statement right there. So.
It's true. I mean, it's right. Trauma.
Yeah.
Shoot. Trauma will get you. It'll send you there every time. Trauma will send you there every time, and especially a trauma over love in a man. You give yourself, or a woman, I don't want to just put it down straight from you. You give your love life. You know how people are. Yeah. You give your sweet look in, you give your heart to somebody, and you allow them into your interpersonal circle, and they damage you.
Yeah.
They take advantage of you, take advantage of your heart. They try to control you, what you do, how you dress, how you look, what you accept versus what you don't want to accept. They try to change what you like. They try to change you as a person. And that will lead you to anxiety as well. That will lead you there because you don't know which way to go. I used to like this, but I don't know if I like that no more because this person say I shouldn't like that no more. I want to do this, but this person gonna have an issue with it. I want to go here, but they might tell me no. So it's always a fear of drowning within yourself. You're gonna drown yourself.
Yep.
So I get it.
Yeah,
I get it, girl.
Yeah.
But my favorite saying is, tell your mammy. Don't be trying to tell me how to be. Go tell your mammy to change her way. How about that? If you don't
always putting somebody's mammy in it.
Go change your mammy. Go tell her how to change with her hair to go lose some weight. Because I guarantee your mammy sitting over there 5,000 pounds with some weave in her head while you don't like it. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. I had a moment. I'm coming back. I'm back. You know, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Strong women like us, we have to go out and make a difference. And that's what we're doing right here, being open and talking about it. A lot of people won't talk about what they've been through, their hurts and stuff like that. Man, I talk about my stuff on the stage. I think y'all think I'm playing. I think y'all stuff was good. Y'all, that stuff was so good. I needed a tissue. See, that night I was crying. That I don't know if y'all ever cried when it was so good, but I'm like, Michael Jackson, can you pass me a tissue, please? I'd be serious, you know. And then them fellas be like, I wonder how. Yeah, baby, I don't know if you can keep up. That's what I'm saying.
And with that, hold on. And on that note, I want to play this. I want to play this next song called "Main."
Oh, man.
Not the side piece, the main piece. Man, I had to send that. I sent it to Mr. to Dylan. I don't know if he heard it yet, but I turned around and I sent it to Kate, and I was killing myself laughing. Yeah. I was like, Kate, she coming for Pokey. She coming for Pokey. I was like, get him. So this is
finish why I wrote it.
Okay. Go ahead and hit us up with Mr. Dylan with main piece.
Hey, this is Lisa. You see, there's this song out there that got these fellas going crazy. Think they can have this woman over here and that woman over there. But let me tell you something. something about this woman right here. I am more than a side piece. I can only be the main piece. I gotta be the main piece. Oh yeah, y'all. If you wanna be with me, you see that's the only way you can be with me. All the woman that you need, all night long. I ain't competing with no side piece. There's no competition. Let's talk about it. I got something on my mind. Y'all is driving me crazy. Go crazy thinking that a side piece is a dime. Let me set the record straight. Gotta put you boys in place. Sit right down. Y'all niggas done lost your mind, cause the queen don't share her space. Oh no, she don't. I ain't taking no backseat to no fling or one night thing. I'm too much woman to bow down to a no good man. Just keep it moving. You know not, and as a matter of fact, bye-bye. You can have your side piece and let the doorknob hit you back. I gotta be the main piece. Yeah. If you wanna be with me, I'm all the woman that you need. I ain't competing with no side piece. There's no competition, fellas. No compromising. I gotta be number one. I mean what I say. I won't be second to none. I don't share. You gotta know better than that. If you want that side piece, ain't no more this kitty cat. No. Oh no. I can't have it. No. I ain't gonna deal with this mess. I'm all done with this. Alright. I can't deal with no mess around me. You better know I'm the main piece. Got to be the main piece. You better ask somebody. You better get the facts. Only the facts, y'all. I ain't no cougar. I'm a certified thundercat. You got me twisted. Somebody told you wrong. I'm everything that a real man wants. A queen sitting on a throne. I ain't no closet chick. I'm a diamond shining bright. 24 carats, y'all. Hide me, 'cause I'm the wifey type. You must don't recognize when a main piece comes around. You'd rather be a fool and let the side piece bring you down. Be the main piece all day long, y'all. If you wanna be with me, I can only be the main piece. I'm all the woman that you need. You won't need no other woman when you get with me. I ain't competing with no side piece. No. No compromising. I gotta be number one. We will not negotiate this. I mean what I say. I won't be second to none. I'm standing firm. I don't share. You gotta know better than that. I can't share. If you want that side piece, ain't no more this kitty cat. No. I can't have it. I won't deal with it. No side piece. Ooh, if you didn't know, boy. But you know now, don't you? You better know I'm the main piece. I know you know I'm the main piece. Watch me walk. Watch me talk. Just watch me groove. You can't deny I'm the main piece. Never be the side piece. Come on, fellas. I hope you've learned tonight that Lisa, sweet Lisa, Thundercat, meow, can only be the main piece. Come on.
Okay.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between a cougar and a thundercat?
So the difference between a cougar and a thundercat is a thundercat is a woman that looks a minimum of 10 years younger than what she is. And she don't chase the young men. They chase her. Meow.
Okay.
So there's a song.
All right, Thundercat.
Certified thundercat.
So, and look, ladies, we can do this one day. I'm willing to do a thundercat pageant. Can you imagine?
Oh, I'm game.
Oh,
You already know I'm
yeah.
game. You know I'm all in. I'm all in. You know I'm all in.
Listen, y'all. Done one. I think it was my birthday party, And there was this woman, she was bad. I think she was about 75 or 80. I had to give her $100 because she was out there, looked great. If I go through my phone, I probably can find her picture. But she looked good. Y'all look, it can be funny too, because there will be those, right? And I'm so some that they think, yeah, anyway, but it's fun. So I'm even thinking the swimsuit, or maybe something sexy. So whenever y'all ready, I'm down for it to do. Yeah, because there are a lot of women who maintain themselves and look great. I've gone someplace and said, "You what, girl? You didn't took my crown." I've been looking like that. Yeah, I've seen some that have taken my crown. So yes. So I wrote this. I was at a comedy show, and this lady, she was an older lady, and she says, "I'm not no cougar. I'm a Thundercat." I said, "Ooh." So I said, "Roy, I need a song called Thundercat." See, Roy is so cold that I just order what I want. Just like Main. Let me tell you how Main Piece came along. So there was his brother. He still calls me to this day. So he was trying to holler at me. So he comes over to my house. I had already cut him loose. And he said, "No, Lisa, come on. I want to hang out." Now, this on Wednesday. On a Wednesday, he stand up in my kitchen telling me how much he want to date me. Like, look, the last time I talked to you, had a woman. You trying to play me second behind that. I don't need to play second. I'm cool. Go your way. No, I ain't got nobody. I said, fine, call me next week. We'll see what we can do. Like, it's a business deal. While I show up at the club around the corner, and when I walk up, he like, "You." I'm like, why are you looking crazy? I look over, there's this girl flouncing around, beautiful girl. But she's a plus size model, very much so plus, beautiful, right? I'm thinking, okay, if that's what you like, I'm cool. So I look at him and I kept it at day. "What you calling me for?" He won't call me later. And he says, "Well, that was my girl. She's a plus size model." I said, "I saw that. Stevie Wonder can see that. Now what else is next?" About you. You wait till my CD come out. Oh yeah.
Jesus.
I'm tired of these brothers, and I almost said something, but I'm trying to be right. I'm tired of these brothers trying to make me a side piece. And let me tell you something. I'm not down on all men. I'm just down on individuals who don't do the right thing. Just be honest. Let me sign up for the side piece if I want to be. But don't put me in that role. Let me decide. I may be feeling side piece that day, right? I just made that up along the way. I fix the phrasing on it. It didn't come out right, but tell me what I meant. I mean, it's like, let me decide. I hate people that do that. So yeah, to this day, me and him, he called me the other day. "Okay, did you miss me? What you call me for?" That's how I be. They can't even take me sometime, because I'm like, let's get past the chase. What's the purpose of this call? Because time is money, money is time. And I'm worthy, and my emotions, whatever I think, if you're gonna rent some space in my mind, you need to be worth it. So where are we going with this?
That's Miss Lisa, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you at, where they can get your music at, when is your next show? Because women in the mic, and a gentleman is gonna be there while he in the background looking and smiling. So I know he coming. So when are you? Let us know a little bit about it.
So let me say this. I was a bad girl because I was going to write all that stuff down. As you know, I was tardy to the meeting. So what I'm going to ask you to do, if you go to LYSA, LYSA, last name Harrington, on my Facebook page, it's open. You can see where I'm going to be. I know I'm going to be in Baton Rouge on March 7th. And I forgot the name of Club 3 a.m. So I'm in Baton Rouge at Club 3 a.m. And then on the 8th, the very next day, I get to get on a plane. And because my anxiety's under control, I'm going to fly. And I'm flying to Charlotte. I'll be in Mount Pleasant, right outside of Charlotte, about 20 miles right outside of Charleston, South Carolina. I'll be there with Miss Jody, and it's a Woman's Day event. And then after that, June 5th, I'll be in Biloxi, Mississippi. And then there's some things in between that are a little blurred that I can't remember. But also you can catch my music on YouTube, anywhere you can buy the whole CD, you can buy songs. Anywhere there's a platform of music, Spotify, my music resides. And you can listen to it. I got options. You can either listen to it for free on YouTube, or you can pay for it and download it. But I really have enjoyed my time with you ladies. And because you ladies are all queens, please go listen to my song Queen, because I would have told you to play that tonight and dedicate it to all the women.
Well, he might could play it on our exit.
Yes.
Hopefully he can find it before we get up out of here and play it on our exit. We do this thing called rethinking a situation.
Okay.
This is the end of the show. You can rethink about anything, tonight's show, last week, something that happened in your audience, anything you want. We're gonna start it off. Hold on for one. Tiki, could you read that real quick?
Lisa, I just checked Amazon for your CD and it was shipped in 4 to 5 weeks anyway to get it sooner.
Dang. I wonder why. I need to go find out. That means I'm selling. I'm gonna find out. Let me I'm gonna do some digging and you can inbox me. Anybody can inbox me. I'm a very what's the thing? I'm very close to my fans. So you can inbox me. I'll even talk to you on the phone because I love my fans more than they love me. Because without them, there is no.
Okay. Good. Okay, Tiki, we're gonna go ahead and hit this rethinking the situation moment. Go ahead, let me know what's on your mind. Tiki Wiki. Tiki Braxton. Tiki Wiki Braxton.
Rethinking the situation. There's no need to be ashamed if you deal with depression and anxiety. If it gets to the point you feel you need to talk to someone, that's fine. Just try to make sure it's someone. Incredible. I guess that's a good listener, understanding. You don't want to get one of those ones that we're speaking with that makes you just want to tell them to shut the fuck up, because but it's real. And like I said, I deal with it, been dealing with it quite some time, but I've learned to manage it. This last time it was quite hard because it was a death, but I'm slowly, gradually getting back to myself. And be sure to check out the girl LYSA CD. She's bad. I like it. I'm gonna have to listen to it. You're welcome, no problem. And hope to see you again on the show.
I'm coming.
Yes, definitely. Go ahead, Miss LYSA. Tell us. Go ahead and do it. We're gonna stick you with a rethinking the situation because the voice of reason. I'm gonna put her.
Can you put me last? Go to somebody else. It's not
She got to rethink that situation.
Go ahead and hit us with your rethinking the situation moment, bro.
Well, this time I'll talk about the topic. Everybody's going to talk to the person that's actually dealing with anxiety and depression. I'm not. I'm going to talk to everybody else. Do know that life and death is in the tongue. The things that you say, the things that you do, the rhetoric that you spit out into the earth, into people's beings and people's lives, they affect them, whether you like it or not, whether you care or not, whether you know it or not. So you as a person need to watch what you do, because you could be the very one that's peaking out people's anxiety, that's causing depression in people. So you need to watch who you are and what you do as a person in this life every day. We're all put here for a purpose. We're all put here to love each other, to teach each other, to be for each other and with each other, support each other, not to down each other, not to make each other feel as though we're worthless. You're not here to make somebody feel as though they're beneath you. Stop putting your knee on people's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. Get up, live your life, and allow them to live theirs. If you guys don't mix and you guys don't match, go the separate ways. But don't hurt people. Hurt people, hurt people. Check your own heart before you hurt somebody else's. Oh. There we go. My rethinking the situation. Don't you think they cry on your bag?
I am holding around my collection plate.
Yeah.
This is my collection plate.
You supposed to have an opening hymn before you with their sister.
Yeah.
That's why she likes for me to go last.
Let me do the opening hymn. Amen.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
She said, why? It's still empty.
We haven't got to you
Dr. Charlotte said she like your earring.
Who, mine?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, girl. Yeah, you sure did. Thank you, girl. I don't know where I got these earrings from, girl. It's so long. I keep all my jewelry. I'm a hog when it comes to my jewelry. I keep it all.
All right, go ahead, Miss Lisa. What you got to say?
Gosh. Definitely, man, what she just said was key, and I was trying to wrap the two together to give something actionable in the end. But I think as human beings, I think that we are the victim and the victimizer at the same time, because I can actually think now things that I will do differently because my goal is that I want everybody to be great. And as you guys say, I say what's on my mind very quickly, but I'm going to change that a little bit so that I don't hurt people while I'm trying to help people. So I think I'm going to bridle my tongue. I never say anything mean, but I come so with the feedback that maybe that person is not ready for those. As I say, feedback is a nugget. People tell you the things that you need to change to be better. So that's what I'm going to do, because I want to make sure I know that the person is prepared and can handle the feedback that I'm going to give them so that it doesn't break them. So that would be my rethink. And then going back to, I just want to reiterate, for those that are ready, there's two ways that you can deal, as my sister said before, with depression. One, seek help. If you seek if you get a friend, make sure that they're ready for it. And then two, as we both just said, we're getting our depression under control, and 90% of depression, or also anxiety for me, because I don't really struggle from depression, more so from anxiety and just wanting to be in control. So just understanding and figuring out, you got to figure out what causes you to have those panic attacks. And when you figure that out, then you can fight it, but you can't fight what you don't know. So go figure out what makes you tick and makes your heart go too fast when you're just sitting there. And I love you guys. Like, oh my God, you guys are some amazing, amazing, amazing women. We've got to hang out. We've got to go places. We've got to do some things. We got to get some 501(c)(3) so we can get hundreds of thousands so that we can go out and help people.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't have nothing to say.
I'll take it. I'll take the floor if you ain't got nothing to say.
I ain't got nothing to say. Y'all said it all. The only thing I wanted to listen to.
Did you just cut her mic off?
Who cut her mic off?
The man. When she was talking mess earlier today.
Really, darling. Really, darling. I love you to death. I love you to death. Let Spicy finish what she's saying and then come back to me. Let her finish. Go on, Spicy. Cayenne pepper.
Go ahead. Go ahead and do UK. Go ahead and do UK.
Oh, Jesus.
She said she had nothing to say.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Kay. Go ahead and do your thing, baby.
That's what you had to say, little girl.
No, I just want to hear the song clean before we go out. But go ahead and do your thing real quick. Go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Okay. Well, our girl Lisa told us to love our life, to live our life, and find purpose. So guess what? I got a purpose. Find yours. This is Kay's Divine Hairline. Yes, it's Beauty Line. I'm sorry. Kay's Divine Beauty Line by me. I'm the one whipping it up in the kitchen. I'm the one doing all the research. I'm the one putting the ingredients together, getting the best of the best and the good of the good. If you love your hair, you should be in my chair. Y'all know that I love. That's my saying right there. I need all people to support Black-owned business. This is a Black-owned business. I am a LLC. I am legal. It is legal. That means the government is behind me, looking over my shoulder, making sure I do what I do the right way. That's what that means. And so I got my shampoos and my conditioners. They are custom made products, you guys. So if you would like to go ahead and order some, or you have some issues on your hair care journey, hit me up. It is at Kay Harley HAWLEY 84 @gmail.com, and we can talk about it. I can formulate something for you and send it right out for you. And that's my black-owned business. Again, we got Yale Entertainment, Yale Radio right here. This is a black-owned business right here. We support you, ladies and gentlemen. We support you. We got Miss Lisa on here. She do the music. She the Southern Soul sweetheart. You guys, we support her. And we can support you if you're an artist as well. We got RTV. Yes, I said TV, so that means there's a TV channel. We are on Amazon Firestick. We are on Roku. We are on Vimeo.com. If you go to Vimeo.com, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, so you do that. We're on YouTube as well. We can entertain you. We can advertise for you. We can show you videos. We got videos with Kay. Yeah, we got videos with Kay too. We are trying to cater to the black business and the entertainment, the black independent artists as well. You got Miss Spicy right here. She got these spicy drinks. I'm gonna say the FU drink. Is we gonna say the FU drink, Spice, or you gonna change the name on it?
Nope.
You gonna keep that right there?
That's my drinks, because once you drink them and you get in that mood, you tell everybody how you feel. Yeah. We didn't say no names, but ask Tiki how she was feeling when she walked out of there Saturday night.
She put you on blast, Tiki. You gonna let her do that too?
I want that other one, the new one though. I want the new one.
Okay, the raspberry.
Yeah, that was
okay.
Good. Very good.
Y'all check us out again Saturday. We'll be back Saturday from 11 to 1. We have the lovely Miss Portia, another part of the Queens right here. We about to end out with this song. Y'all check out Miss Lisa, and we gone. Thank you.
Peace.
Security
Radiocast.com.